Welcome back to the Compliance Kitchen podcast. Today we will look at a recent court action that resulted in a grant of a temporary injunctive relief, and then we will look at a new regulation from the EU that concerns dual-use items. So starting with the court, May 6, 2021, the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia has granted Luokong Technology Corp's motion for a preliminary injunction, therefore temporarily blocking the enforcement of the prohibitions under Executive Order 13959. Now, if you're on top of your executive orders, you probably know that this has to do with the Communist Chinese Military Company, or CCMC, designation under the NDAA from 1999. And so Luokong Technology Corp was previously listed by the Defense Secretary as a Communist Chinese military company, and OFAC was answering frequently asked question number 893 in regards to this designation. And while doing so, OFAC said that the prohibitions under the Executive Order 13959 would not apply with respect to the company, to Luokong, pending the decision of the court where Luokong was pursuing legal action challenging the listing as a CCMC. So then the court, the District of Columbia court, granted the motion for a preliminary injunction, so therefore they effectively blocked the enforcement of the listing of the company as a Communist Chinese Military Company, or CCMC. According to the ruling, there was a lack of substantial evidence to support a finding that Luokong is affiliated with the Chinese state or military, and therefore the designation as a CCMC was arbitrary and capricious. Now, it's going to be interesting to watch this one because, as we know, this is a temporary injunctive relief, so it's not over yet. And depending on how the court action will continue, OFAC may have to go back to the FAQ 893 once the situation clarifies itself as to whether Luokong is going to remain a CCMC or not. So if you need to take a look at the executive order or the FAQ or even the court action, the court order, I have the links, of course, on compliancekitchen.com so that you don't have to go look very far. And we will hop over to Europe now and look at the new rule that the EU adopted, and this has to do with trading of dual-use items. So this was on May 10, 2021, when the EU has upgraded its legislation on the export controls applicable to sensitive dual-use goods and technologies. Example could be cyber surveillance tools, for one of many examples, but that's a good one. The goal of the new regulation is to modernize the EU system for the control of exports, technical assistance, transfer of dual-use items, and so forth that is currently in place. As you probably know, dual-use items are goods or technology or software that can be used for both civilian but also for non-civilian military purposes and applications. So among other things, with these changes that EU has put into effect, the new regulation will require due diligence on the part of the manufacturers or producers. It will strengthen controls on a wider range of emerging dual-use technologies, and it also calls for increased coordination between the member states of the EU and the Commission in enforcement efforts, and hopefully more coordinated effort with EU's international partners and their export controls as well. So after the European Parliament and the Council sign the regulation, it will be published in the EU official journal and enter into force 90 days later. So as usual, you know the drill. All the links that might be of interest to you on this one are on the blog compliancekitchen.com in case you are dealing with dual use exports and you are doing business or you're located in the EU. All right, so I think that's it for today. As usual, thanks for stopping by.